Okay, we're live, Chairman. You can begin when ready.
Thank you very much, good afternoon all, and welcome back to this licensing subcommittee meeting decision notice for the application for a review of premises license for Coco Restaurant 101 to 103 High Street, Ruislip, HA48JN. This notice confirms the decision of the licensing subcommittee made at a hearing on the 20th of January 2022. The subcommittee listened to all representations made and considered the responsible authority's recommendation to replace the current designated premises supervisor, modify regular entertainment from the licence, and modify the conditions on the current licence. In addition, the subcommittee welcomed the condition offered by the licence holder and his willingness to commit to the licensing objectives at all times. The subcommittee considered all relevant evidence made available to it, and in doing so took the following into account: the licensing objectives, Licensing Act 2003, Hillingdon licensing policy, and guidance issued by the Secretary of State under Section 182 of the Licensing Act 2003. The decision of the subcommittee is as follows. The current designated premises supervisor is to be removed and replaced with a designated premises supervisor suitably trained. All current conditions on the licence to remain in place, in addition to all of the conditions recommended by the responsible authority, together with additional conditions considered by this subcommittee. They are as follows. Last entry to the premises shall be at 22:30 hours daily. Regulated entertainment up until 2300 hours must adhere to the relevant conditions of the licence. Regulated entertainment should cease at 2300 hours. Regular noise boundary checks must be conducted by the manager. All boundary checks must be recorded in an incident logbook. Windows and doors must be closed during regular entertainment. All staff must receive health and safety training by an accredited course provider. A noise limitator shall be used to ensure the noise emanating from the speakers does not cause nuisance to nearby residents. A working contact number and email address to be provided to all residents at all times. Provided to residents at all times. Reasons. The subcommittee carefully considered the current operating regime at the premises and was concerned to hear about the repeated incidents of statutory nuisance and breaches occurring at the premises, which has caused unnecessary disruption and distress to local residents. The subcommittee recognises the need for business to continue trading. However, this must not be at the expense of local residents. Local businesses are reminded about their obligations to adhere to regulations to ensure the licensing objectives are being adhered to. The subcommittee considered the recommended conditions proposed by the responsible authority and the licence holder's views in relation to the issue raised and proposed conditions. As such, it was determined that the removal of the current designated premises supervisor, along with the modifications of the conditions on the licence, struck a fair balance in relation to local residents and the operating schedule of the business. Right to appeal. The relevant application for the premises licence or any other persons who makes relevant representation to the application may appeal against the council decision to the Justice Clerk at Uxbridge Magistrates Court. Such an appeal may be brought within 21 days of receipt of this notice. No decision made by the council will have effect during this period within which an appeal may be brought and until such a time that any appeal has been determined or abandoned. You will be deemed to have received this decision letters 2 days after the date on the accompanying letter, which will be posted by first class mail. I'd like to thank everyone who attended the meeting today, and that concludes this licensing subcommittee meeting. Thank you.
Okay, and the stream's finished.